going on, guys? Welcome back to RideRazor. In today's episode, I'm going to be teaching you how to do a manual. A manual is when you lift up the front wheel and actually balance on the back wheel only. I think the best place to do them and practice them is going to be somewhere that has as much flat, smooth ground as possible, whether that's a tennis court, a basketball court, flat ground at your skate park, or even your driveway. So when it comes to doing a manual, there's actually two different types of ways you can do it. The first one is brakeless, where you're pretty much balancing solely with your legs, your arms, and your body. The second way is actually using your brake. So the first one, not using your brake, actually is a little bit harder because you're relying on sole balance, and the brake way is a little bit easier, but it comes with its own disadvantage of it slowing you down. So it's pretty much up to you to choose which one you want to learn. All right, so when it comes to doing a manual, what I do is I find a big surface of flat ground and I pull my feet closer to the back end of the deck. So I pull my back foot as close up to the brake as I can and then pretty much put my other foot right in front of it. Once again, this is all personal preference, wherever you guys feel comfortable, but since you do need to move your center of gravity towards the back of the scooter, moving your feet closer to the back of the scooter is only going to help. Once you guys have a foot stance that you feel comfortable trying it at, you pretty much just need to practice lifting the front wheel off the scooter, bending your knees, and attempting to balance. The only way to do this trick, the only way to learn this trick is by putting in the time and effort and trying it over and over again. When I was younger, I sat at a basketball court for hours trying to learn them, and eventually I did. A huge key step that I wish I could have told myself when I was younger is how important bending your knees is. Bending your knees pushes all your weight down and helps you really find that center of gravity and help you balance, because if you're fully stood up, it's gonna be hard to balance. If you drop your knees and drop your weight, it's so much easier. So one last time, what you guys wanna do is drop your knees, pull back, get the front wheel actually off the ground, and pull up with your arms and just attempt to balance. Second way to do a manual is when you use your brake. So you pretty much do all the same steps that I just taught you with the brakeless manual, except you're gonna be putting your back foot actually on the brake. It could be a little bit on the brake, it could be completely on the brake. Once again, it's entirely personal preference, but same exact steps. You're gonna drop your knees, pull back, pull the scooter off the ground. The only difference is, instead of relying on your body and your balance to kind of keep you going back and forth, once you're pulling back and you feel like you might be going too far back, you just tap on the brake a little bit and it pulls you back down. So you pretty much continuously pull back and rely on the brake to pull you forward. So once again, it's a little bit easier once you get the hang of it. The big disadvantage is if you're trying to do a long manual or you're trying to do anything that requires a long distance, using your brake is only going to slow you down. I prefer doing it the other way just because I like taking manuals as far as I can, but once again, it's up to you, whatever way you want to learn. All right, now that we've gone through every step, the last one is actually trying it, so let's go try a few. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. I hope you learned some today, and hopefully you guys are manual experts now. If there's any other trick that you guys want me to teach you how to learn, drop that comment down below, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in next week's video. Peace!